Hi everybody, welcome back. We are week number 3 of November's online coffee and card class. So we're halfway through now. This week I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this card design right here. And we're still using the Peaceful Evergreens stamp set and the Peaceful Seasons dies. And I've added in here the exposed brick 3D embossing folder for this card, which is just really, really pretty, really delicate, great for using in backgrounds. And I hope you're going to enjoy this one. If you are following along at home, you will have everything you need in your kit to put the card together. I'm just going to move out what I've got on my desk. I'll talk you through what I've used. So in your kit, you have a card base cut from crumb cake card. You have a layer of crumb cake that is embossed with that exposed brick embossing folder. That's for your front. You have a layer of basic white, which is for the inside of your card. Then you have this really pretty square die shape that's from the Peaceful Seasons dies, and that's cut from Mossy Meadow cardstock. And then you have a layer of crumb cake card that's just a 1 centimetre strip. The length doesn't matter too much as long as it can fit your sentiment on. You've also got in your kit some of this ribbon. This is a very vanilla and black checked thread, large check ribbon. Product number is 161982, and it is my favourite ribbon. If you follow me already, you would have seen it on a number of my projects, and it really is lovely for using at Christmas to give a sort of modern twist. And that's what we're going to achieve, hopefully, with today's card. So we're going to start by adding some of our layers. The first layer I can add is our white layer, which is the insert for our writing. And then that's all I can do pretty much at the moment. You'll notice if I show this, to you, the background layer on my finished card is darker than the background layer that is in your kits. And this is one of my favourite techniques. Blending brushes are probably the tool that I would recommend you buy if you want to add colour to your card, detail to your projects without buying a load of stuff. Okay, you can achieve so much with them, and they are perfect for using with embossing folders because they make that embossed pattern just pop out of the card. Okay, so I'm using it with my ink pad, and this is crumb cake. For some reason, I have a little dot of green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edge of my card, and I'm pressing fairly hard. And what I'm doing is I'm just bringing out that embossing. Do you remember when you were at primary school and you would get a crayon and a piece of paper and you do like a rubbing over a surface that was embossed? It's exactly the same idea, but you're using card and ink as opposed to crayon and piece of paper. I love that technique with the kids actually, and they really, really love doing this. And it just makes everything pop a little bit. And there we go. So that is my blending on my embossed background. Okay. So I show you the actual card. On the actual card, you will notice that the ribbon goes around this layer. So we're not going to stick that down yet. I'm going to pass the ribbon through each one of these holes here. So I'm going to pop it on my card in a diamond formation, and I'm putting the ribbon underneath like so. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to place it roughly where I want it on my card, making sure it's pretty centered, although it's not too big a problem at the moment. And I want to pull a decent amount through so that I can tie my bow with it. And then pull that round the other side. So once I've got it like that, I want that to be secure and in position. I'm going to turn it over And I'm going to use some double-sided tape to hold that ribbon in place. I'm just passing that across there like so. And then popping my glue on. So I can stick that to the front of my card. There we go. So you kind of almost need 2 pairs of hands for that. So once I've done that, I'm going to just open it up a little bit. And I want to put some dimensionals on the back of that because I want this to have a little bit of depth. And then just slide your die cut along so it's in the centre. And then what you can do now is you can tie your ribbon. I'm going to try and leave this on the reel. I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to need to cut it. And this is the only card in the set I need to use this ribbon for, okay? So you can use all of it or you can use a little bit of it and save it. Tie yourself a nice bow. And I'm just always pleased with how this ribbon looks. I'm a huge fan of black and white and monochrome. So for me, it just ticks all boxes. Okay. Trim off your little ends. There we go. And then now we can do some stamping. So that looks pretty good. Pleased with that. So stamping, not a huge amount of stamping. I'm stamping the little mini row of trees. So there's 5 trees in a row. That's being stamped with Mossy Meadow ink. And I'm stamping onto my scrap white. And then whilst I'm here and I've got that stamp pad open, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And the sentiment I've used is love from my home to yours. So that can also go in the centre of my banner. And that's all my stamping done. So let me now cut this out. I'm using my coordinating die. These aren't too tricky to cut around, but as it's Christmas and I will be sending this card to a loved one, I'm going to use the dies. Here we go. And now let's bring the trees in, and the trees are going to go across the centre. Now, depending if you're going to post this card or you're going to hand deliver it, you can decide whether to put your trees on with dimensionals or stick it down flat. I'm going to use dimensionals for mine. And then that can go about there. I'm putting it on basically through the middle. And then love from my home to yours. I'm going to snip this banner diagonally at both ends and then stick that down onto sort of base area, bottom area of my banner, like so. And then all I've got to do to finish it off is to put on some of our Earth Tones gems. They are 3rd video in and I have remembered what they're called. Let's put a couple of these on. And I'm using the sort of peachy coloured ones. And there we go. Card number 3 complete. Let me know what you think in the comments. It is my favourite of the set of 4 cards. I do enjoy a blended card with a couple of different colours. And I love that black and white ribbon as well. So I will see you all next time at 12 o'clock next Tuesday. Do join me then if you can. If not, the replay will be available on my YouTube for whenever you're free next. Thanks so much for joining. Take care. Bye for now.